Okay, I'm going to go over making a shot of espresso. This is my Breville machine. It's not the best Breville machine, but it is mine. So I'm going to click one of these buttons to turn it on, and it's going to heat up. And you see it's stopped blinking. Now it's heated up. It's not all the way warmed. You're still going to have to run a couple shots through it to actually get it hot. It has a fast warm-up time, but it's not like optimal for running a shot. Here's my portafilter. It's an open face one. You might get spurts coming out of it, but that's fine. So I'm going to run a couple shots of water through this to heat it up. While we're doing that, we could take our beans. I keep them in this can. All you got to do is press this, and it will release all the gases inside. Then I have this measuring cup and a scale. With these beans, I have them pretty well dialed in. So I'm going to go to 15 grams. And there we go. 15.1 is fine. 14.9 is fine. I'm going to put that back in, press the button again, and it'll start sealing the air. So as this is running through shots, I got to warm up the portafilter as well. Cool. So with the beans, I have this water spray thing. It's called RDT. Basically, it's going to stop the static electricity from clumping up inside of the grinder. So I'm going to shake these up. And then while this is running, I'm going to pour the beans all in there. So you got to run the machine first and then pour the beans. While this is running, I'll try to pump it a little bit just to stop from clumping. So it's done. I'll probably take this little pump and I'll spray in there. I'm not sure if this is exactly necessary, but I like to keep my stuff kind of clean. I'll turn it off. I'll grab this, dump it. Sometimes I run an extra shot through it just to make sure, because once everything's all heated up, it makes the coffee taste better, allegedly. So. Cool. And I have the beans dialed in for what I have right now, which is called Monkey's Bite, from some coffee shop that we went to. We can send you the link to whichever one. There's a couple good coffee places around here. I try definitely not to use standard beans from the grocery store in this because they have oils and it will clump it up. That's like the #1 thing online. Cool. I'm going to take over here. So I have 2 of these. I use both of them, this silver one and the plastic one. The plastic one's kind of hard to screw on. You tighten it down and then put this one on top. There's a reason why I do that. You can just use whichever one you want. I use both of them for a reason. You'll find out if you tend to use one. So I'll keep this one on, and this is called a WDT tool, basically to get rid of all the clumps. The goal is to get rid of all the clumps, but also make it level. The surface, all the beans completely level once we tamp it down so that there's an even distribution. Cool. And then I'll take this and I'll try to make it as level as possible with the rings on the side, and then I'll just tap it down once, trying to be as best I can just so that it doesn't come out on either side when I take the plastic cap off. And I'll take this. It's a spring self-leveling one, so all you gotta do is set it down on it and press down, and it should be good. I like to twist around a little bit, take it out, and then do one more. I'll dust it off, put on this, and it looks like that. And then this is kind of an important part. I'm going to take this guy. There's a puck screen, even water distribution on top, and I'll set it down. And then if there's anything on the side, I'll brush it off with this little brush I have. And that's that. It's ready to go. So I'm going to bring it back over here. Cool. So there's 2 buttons. You can press any one of these. There's a different way to use it. I'm going to show you the way I use it, and that should help. And it's basically manually. So I'm going to grab my scale. I'm going to set it right underneath. I'm going to grab a cup. Doesn't matter which cup. Set it down. I'm going to take this and lock it in place. Try to keep it straight as possible. Oh. Accidentally started it. All right. I'm going to time it as soon as I press and hold onto this. So I'm going to press and hold onto the button for 8 seconds, and it doesn't matter which button, it can be any button. I'm going to press and hold on for 8 seconds, 7 to 8 seconds to infuse it with water. And then once that 7 to 8 seconds comes up, I'm going to let go and let it run until I have the proper amount of grams, which we put 15 grams in the portafilter, and I want 30 grams to come out. And we try to keep it within 30 seconds to a minute. And that depends on how coarse or how fine you ground your beans, and that gives a good extraction. So I'm going to press this button, and at the same time I'm going to start the timer. Just like that. Not too complicated. I'm going to hold it. You can start to hear it warm up and do stuff. 7 seconds, and I'm going to let go. And it's going to do its thing. And it should look like that. At the same time, I'm going to watch the grams. And then once it hits 30 grams, I'm going to click the button again to stop it. You see there's spurts coming out? That's fine. It's not terrible. It just makes a mess. So I stopped it at 30 grams. My machine's not the best of machines, so it's going to keep rolling a little bit. But that's fine. Stop the timer. And that's that. And we have a good shot. For cleanup, it's still in there. I have this Yeti cup that I keep here for the water. I'll take this out, and then I have a knock box over here. I'm just gonna pop it in there, and it's out. Still dirty. I'm gonna run a manual shot and just let the water drip over it. Shake it around a little bit. That's good enough, and then I'll dry it off with a towel. I try to dry the insides. You can just pop this out pretty easily. Try to dry the insides and around it. Put it back on. There we go. And then if I remember, I'll take my puck screen again from out of the box and I'll just run it onto the water real quick. All right, put it back down to dry. So that cleans the whatever this is called, something head, group head, and then the portafilter and the puck screen, and that's pretty much it. There's water tank in the back, you just lift up to refill it. But that's pretty much how to make coffee here. I have a steam wand on the side here. You're more than welcome to use it. I still don't have the hang of it. I try it. I have a milk frothing cup here. I have a couple other cups. Feel free to use whatever you want. I have some more espresso cups over there. And that's pretty much it. You're more than welcome to adjust the grind on this. If it runs too fast, grind finer. If it runs too slow, obviously grind more coarse. How you do that is you turn it on. There's a little bolt right here. Loosen the bolt a little bit. Twist this to whatever you want. Usually by 1-click increments is best. Tighten it back down and then turn it off. That's about it. Yeah, should be good.